Namaste, welcome back to my videos. Myself Rajsekhar, working as an assistant professor from Engineering College Bikaner, IT department. Actually, we have discussed about arrays. What are the different types of arrays? Already we have discussed, and I have explained about addition of two matrices in the previous examples also. So here today I wanna explain one of the important example for your lab session, that is the program for transpose of a matrix. Already we know about how to transpose a matrix. What is the mean of transpose? Means if we have any matrix, then we have to change that columns into rows and rows into columns. And that is the transpose of a matrix. Means for example, if you have a rows r1, r2, r3, then we have to change into columns c1, c2, c3, like that. So if any matrix we are changing from rows to columns, columns to rows, that is called a transpose of a matrix. So here same thing we are doing here. How already we have done in a previous class, how take the matrix, I mean how we can take matrix, means one for a row and one for column, and again we have taken another matrix there for addition. For adding those matrices we have using that used that for loop. Actually here also same I am taking here. I am taking here integer, that is int a of 10 10, means the size of the matrix is 10 and 10. Transpose of the matrix is 10 and 10, means this is another matrix. Means here I am taking this is the actual matrix. After transposing the matrix, I can store the matrix of the transpose in transpose of a of 10 10. Then you can choose any other name, t of 10 10, j is yours. Next r and c, I, j are the variables I am taking for implementing or I mean taking the matrices through keyboard or from user. Here I am entering the rows and columns. Then you can enter rows and columns. You know the rules for addition of matrices or taking the matrices. Here I am entering like 3 by 3 matrices, like 3 rows and 3 columns. You can take like that. Otherwise 3 by 2 matrices or 2 by 3 matrices, choice yours based on that thing. Okay, so assigning elements to the matrix. Here I am assigning the elements. So first, how many rows you entered? For example 3, I entered here 3 rows. Next one, I equal 0. I am starting from the a of I and j. Here a, what is the a value 0 and z value 0, means the array will be start from 0 0 index, and next one 1 1 index. So this is 0 indicates the rows and this case 0 indicates the column, like that. Okay, here I equal to 0, 0 is less than 3, so I am entering here 0 is less than 3, so I am entering to the next loop. J is equal to 0, j is less equal, for example I am taking column is also 3, 0 is less than 3, so I am entering some value here. For example I entered here 5. Okay, so you can take that 5. Again I am increment the loop of j plus plus, so 1 is less than 3 again, and 2 is less than, so I am entering here the value is 5, 2 and 1. For example I am entering here 5 to 1, so I entered first column, means this is the 0 0 0 1 and 0 2. Okay, so row is 0, means I is equal to 0, so 0 1 0 0 0 1 and 0 2. And next one I am entering 4, so 4 it is failed, so again I am going to increment the I value, means updating the I value. You have to remember here, if you have two loops, means this is the outside loop and this is the inner loop. First inner loop will be execute up to the condition will be fail. After that, if the condition fails, then it comes to the upper loop. Okay, then again upper loop will be increment. If the condition is false, then it will be terminate. Otherwise again it can execute the inner loops. So this is the process of every looping system. Okay, so again I am entering here for example 3. This is the row 1, column 0, and row 1, column 1, and row 1, column 2. Actually the matrices can be stored like that in arrays like 0 0 0 1 0 2, like this. So I entered like this the matrix here, 2 again 1 again 2, choice over any matrix you can enter the values here. Okay, next the entered matrix is displaying like this. If you want to display the matrix, then you can again use this condition. If you want to display any matrix, you have to use the loop, because of a loop consists, it can print the values like based on that row and column locations. So we are using this. So this is the matrix I have entered. Okay, so how we can transpose the matrix means, for example, if we have a of I, sorry, it is it's a paint, so it is not like that. So if, for example, if you are taking a of I and j, you have to store transpose like a of ji. So that is the transpose of a matrix. So what we have to put here, so transpose of ji means rows columns you are converting into columns rows. So that is simple logic. So I am implementing the logic here same. Let's see that logic. Here this is the logic for a transpose of a matrix. Here what I am doing, same, I am printing I am assigning a of ij value to the transpose of ji, because of I am putting rows into columns and columns into rows. Just a simple logic. What we are doing in mathematical expression, same we are doing here. So if you are remembering, I is the row and j is a column, same I am putting here transpose. How I am storing ai values of a matrix like ji. So after that I am printing the transpose that the matrix is equal to so how I am printing, first I have to check the column and I have to check the row, because of I is assigned to column and j is assigned to row. Remember here, I is assigned to column and j is assigned to row. So after that I am printing the transpose of ij. Otherwise you can print like that looping system abound will, then you can find if j is equal to r minus 1. What is the condition means? Here if you want to enter into the next line, means if you want to go to the next line, then you have to use a slash n. When you are going to the next line, when j is equal to r minus 1, what is the r value here? For example, 3. Okay, r minus 1 means 2. Okay, so what is the j value here? If when you are going to 2 means if you are printing 1 2 3 values, means 0 1 2, means when you are reaching j is equal to 2, it is going to the next line, means you are giving you are printing like a matrix, means first second third rows like that, because of you are giving slash n means here you are going to new line, means after j is equal to r minus 1 you are again going to new line. So in that formation you are printing the output of the matrix. Here I will show the one of the simple output you can understand. Here this is an output. For example, here they are entering the rows are 2 and columns are 3. Okay, first element a of 1 1 means actually in the program we have written I plus 1. So here it is printing a of 1 1. Otherwise if you are not taking a of I plus 1, then it will print a of 0 0. 0 0 is the 1 and 0 1 is the 4 and 0 3 is the 0 and 1 0 is the minus 5 and 1 1 1 is the minus 2 and 1 2 is the 7. So you are entered like this. So entered matrix 1 4 0 minus 5 2 7. So because of the second logic for displaying that matrix, here it is displaying like this. After transpose of the matrix, you have entered like this 1. The transpose of the display of the output will be like this 1 minus 5. So when it is going to j is equal to r minus 1, it is going to next line, and when j is equal to r minus 1, it is going to next line. So up to that it is printing that values. So this is an example for a transpose of a given matrix. You can give any ordered matrix like 3 by 3 or 3 by 4 or 4 by 4 or 5 by 5 like that. Based on that matrices, you can you have to enter the number of elements into matrix. After that you have to assign the logic. Transpose of ji is equal to a of ij. means what are the rows you are assigning to that thing is columns, and columns into rows. So that is the actually the functionality of the transverse matrix. So same like that I am implementing. This is one of the example under the one of the program for your lab session. So please implement this logic with your own. If you have any other logics, then otherwise if you have any doubt, then call me, I can explain more elaborately. So in next video we can do another program. So thank you.